This is part 10 of my core story. I don't know if. I think part 9 is like upload. I don't know what's going on. TikTok is over my shit right now. As I just keep hitting record. Okay, well, that friend that my roommate or whatever, I dyed her hair. And, I was washing her hair and, like, I accidentally pulled her hair. She's like, that's okay. I liked it. I like it. I like my hair being pulled. I'm like, what? What's this? What? What does she mean? Like, okay, it's funny because, like, my twin would ask my best friend what I meant when I was talking. You know, like, he would message him, like, what does she mean by this? And so it's funny because I would do that to him unknowingly that it was him until, like, and now I know. And so I'd be like, what does she mean by this? What does that mean? So, like, we do that to each other. It's funny. I think I don't know if he did that to me, but he did that to somebody else. But, like, it's funny because we're like that. Anyways, like, yeah, so I'd be like, what the fuck does she mean by that? Is she hitting it, like, flirting with me? You know, it's, like, weird. So, yeah, there was a time she had, like, really bad back pain from her cycle or whatever, because she has endometriosis or whatever. And I was rubbing her back. She let me rub her back. And I was like, I don't know, because it's weird, because, like, she's not like that. Like, she doesn't like being touched at all by anybody. Like, so she must have been trusting me and, like, into me. I don't know. And I don't know, nothing ever happened, because, like, there would be times I'd be, like, like, well, we'd sit by each other. I'd sit on her bed, like, her couch that she'd sleep on beside her each night, and we'd watch something on her phone, like, really close to each other, and I don't know, it was just, I don't know. And then, I did have feelings for her. Like, she's spiritual, too. Like, she said she saw somebody watching over me, which is funny, I don't have that hung up, but it was part of it. Looked just like one of the things that I think I still have that. Yeah, it's like a lady, like a lady in white or whatever. I could show you eventually. I think I might have showed it before, but it's like she thought it was me standing up there. It was like when she was going to the bathroom, and she glanced in my room and thought she saw me standing there and was trying to talk to me, but it was like somebody standing there, like, watching over me. Yeah, and yeah, but and then, like, there's times she stayed with her sister sometime, like, I'm like, we went over there to see her, or I went over there to see her, and, like, I was sitting next to her, and, like, I grabbed her hand, and she let me hold it for a little bit, and then, like, she would, like, just, like, I don't know, maybe she just gets scared and I don't know. I was like, okay, gotta let go. And I did that. We went to, I think it was Kohl's one time, and I would grab her hand and everything. I was like, and she'd tell me about guys that she would hang out with, and I was like, do you push them away too when they'd be trying to touch on you? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, so she's doing the same thing to me. That has to mean, like, but it's like, I think she's like wanted to like, you know, the body keeps a score, so, like, her body's all, you know, I understand. I can get that way. I can be that way too. But, like, she's even, like, more traumatized, like, more so than me. Like, I can be like, I miss touch and cuddles and since, you know, like, whatever, but I can't just let anybody. And I have to trust you. And it's hard to trust people. And especially when the ones that were closest to you and everything. So, I don't know. But her and I stopped talking. Why did we? Okay, because she moved in with another friend. And then she just stopped, like, messaging me and as much, or hardly saw her, and it was still in the same town, so it was like, oh. And then I eventually was like, okay, fine, won't be friends, I guess. And then I thought, like, when I moved to Manhattan, um, I was like, maybe I'll reach out to her again, because I miss her and everything, and maybe, I don't know. I was trying to see why she's going over that direction. She's gonna get up there. You think that fat cat can jump up there? She can watch. Maybe. She wants to play. You need another kitty to play with. Poor kitty, kitty, kitty. Or some toys or something. Yeah. Okay, so. But then I saw her like heart react something of my ex's, my youngest daughter's dad's post on his Facebook, and I was like, no. And so I was like, no, never again. And it was like something about him not having to pay child support anymore, which, okay, but why are you on his, like, I don't know. And then when I talked to my, like, and then like my best friend is like became friends with her again, and I was like, okay. And at first I was like, I tried to tell him how I feel, but he just doesn't get it, like, just doesn't get it at all. So I just leave it alone and just kept distancing myself from him and more, and I eventually I'm gonna not be in his life anymore. So I'm working up to it. That's the interest. If I'm distancing myself, like, that's the thing you have to worry about with me. I know my worth now with anybody and everybody, and I will cut anybody and everybody off. And how long it takes, it just depends on how fucking deep of a connection we had. She's back there playing with something, I don't know. So, like, yeah, I don't know. So, if to me, I feel like it was a betrayal that, okay, you can talk to her, because, like, I just feels like a betrayal. Like, all this time you understood where I was coming from about, like, that type of shit, but then now you turn around and do that, like, what? And I was told by somebody that he would switch up on you, but anyways, like, but he did help me, like, that was, like, one of the most healthy relationships up until then, so, that I've been in. So, I think I sometimes try to flirt with him just to fucking fuck with his head. And I try not to be that way, but at the same time, I'm like, fuck you. I can't stand your ass. Like, I never had that feeling for him. I never had that splitting on him. But now yesterday I was like, I fucking hate you. I didn't say that to him, but I was like, fuck you. I'm like, I gotta hurry up, and, because there's also physical ties, you know, like, he's on my car insurance and, like, whatever. As soon as I get myself more established financially or whatever, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I already feel better. I already feel more at peace, less stressed. Except for, like, it's hard to rest here sometimes, but it's still less stress. I'm still able to be more in the moment and not be like, oh my god, how am I gonna get this? How am I gonna pay this? Now I'm like, oh, I'll be fine. I've been paying for my own food, except for a couple times. Like, my mom gave me 101, like, a couple weeks ago. And then I think he gave me some a few days after. Yeah, so now this became something else. But yeah, he helped me realize, like, in 2020, I'll finish this. In 2020, I started being like, because he was like, I think I'm 9. Like, he was questioning what his gender is. I'm not quite sure what he is. He's still, I think, still trying to figure it out. I think he's like gender fluid or whatever, but it doesn't matter. I was like, okay, I feel like I'm not just a woman, you know. So I was like, I'll go by non-binary. So I was experimenting with, like, different looks in 2020, and there are some TikToks you might see. I reposted or something. I'll make another one. Damn it,